Welcome, everybody. I am your host, Arctic.
I'm Poppet.
I'm Pandy.
And we're
Fluffit.
We're live. Welcome, everybody, to the third episode. We're going to be getting into some fun topics tonight, but first, we do have some callers, specifically one here that we have chosen. If you would like to give us a call, that number is going to be 701-205-1501. Again, that's 701-205-1501. Call us and ask us a question. Maybe you too can show up on here. Is everybody ready for the first voicemail?
I'm ready.
Bring it. Let's go.
All right, here we go.
Hello, I was wondering if I could order an extra large pizza, please. I heard that you guys sell the best pizzas in town, and I was wondering if you could add extra sauce. I gotta be honest with you, this pizza is for a special someone, and it needs to be made with love. So I think it's very important that you put love and care into this pizza. Now, the main ingredient though that I'm wondering that you can add is I would like some Wagyu steak on it. I don't know if that's a premium thing or
Wagyu steak?
You would have to pay extra for that.
That's expensive.
But I would like some A grade Wagyu added, or maybe if you can't get that, maybe some choice grade. And yeah, for the sauce, man, surprise me, but I really like Alfredo
But he wants extra sauce.
base, or maybe olive oil base. Now, for cheese, bro, I need the finest goat cheese ever, and maybe you could add some roasted garlic, tomato, and a little bit of pesto, and basil right on top. Now, for the crust, dude, I'm not going skipping out on that, dude. It needs to be
skip out on
garlic bread. I don't know how you make a garlic bread crust, but if you could find a way to do that, I'll pay extra, dude.
You just make
now,
garlic bread and put
as far as
pizza on
the location where I'm delivering it to, where I need it sent out to. Now, can you send that to, Sexy's Lemons? Now,
okay.
I need it delivered right in front of the door, yeah. And if you come between 12 and 1, that's probably the best time, I have low car prices too. So if you want to do a trade, I'm willing to trade a lemon car, and yeah, just let me know how much that would cost. And can I also get 2 Code Red Mountain Dews, 2 liters, and a bag of let me think about that. Some Funyuns too.
Oh.
And could you also add a rotisserie chicken?
Oh,
and can you throw in some Eddies too?
Some
Now,
what?
I don't know if you have Eddies, but if you do, I mean, yeah, man, add those to the order. And now since I'm thinking about it, yeah, can I get a Steam gift card also? And can I get an order of large fries? Bro, I have the munchies, man.
Oh my god.
Man, that was definitely a call.
That was a call indeed. Let me just say something.
What is Eddie's?
I think it's probably a restaurant or something. I don't know.
Eddie's Food and Drink.
One of mine and Papa's dreams is to open up a restaurant and call it Papa Yeti's Pizza and Spaghetti. But I don't think we're gonna have fries.
Or rotisserie chicken. That's a lot.
Or Wagyu beef. Listen, caller, do you understand how expensive Wagyu beef is to get that marbling?
There's $130 per piece.
Just a piece, and it's a small piece.
I have an idea though. Might have to compromise. But I think I'll take care of this order And maybe I'll feature it in Puppet's segment.
Oh,
look
yeah,
at
that would be beautiful.
Mm.
How are you gonna get Wagyu beef though?
Well, he did say, the caller said, right?
Or grade A.
Or yeah.
Right.
So it doesn't have to be.
Right.
So.
And here's my thing with the garlic bread. So, the garlic bread crust. So you put the dough out, right?
Right.
And then you just season it like garlic bread.
Right.
And then...
I mean, pizza dough is just a sort of a bread dough.
Right.
So really, it's not... Wait, don't tell him how easy it is. He said he'd pay extra.
Oh, right.
So,
Okay.
Wait, what if we make
I
it
accept your
stuffed
challenge.
garlic bread? Like cheesy stuffed garlic bread for like the dough? I'm just saying.
The thing I was a little confused about that might need some clarifying is he said he wanted extra sauce, but then he said he wanted olive oil based, maybe with pesto
Or
garlic.
Alfredo.
Or
So
Yeah.
right.
So there's one to white pizza.
yeah.
White pizza.
Yeah.
Saucy white
Here's my thing.
pizza.
He said it was for someone special. Now, I don't necessarily know what that means, but
What if it's for himself?
I think
What they're special to him?
that
He's
I think
special.
that we should shape it in
like
a heart.
Oh,
Yeah,
Listen, you're
like a heart pizza.
Stop. You're spoiling my surprise.
oh.
I told you. I got this, okay?
Okay.
I got this.
We're gonna make this. We're gonna make this pizza.
Yeah.
All
Just
right.
you wait.
And I will
Sexy
deliver it.
lemons.
I'll be the delivery boy.
Excellent.
And we get a lemon car for this.
Apparently.
We could like sell it for parts.
But what if I mean, I could maybe use another car for delivery. I'm just saying, you know.
It's a lemon though.
What? It's not the best of cars, but if it gets me from point A to point B, I'm not gonna complain, okay?
Well, that's the point of lemons. It doesn't always get you to point A to point B.
Maybe he just meant it's the color of a lemon.
Potentially.
The color of a lemon.
Listen, I feel like at the sexiest
looks
like
like a
car
lemon?
dealership, I feel like they have some great cars there. You know, you just like trying to like play like, oh, these are all lemon cars, so that, you know, people expect it to break down, but they actually are high quality cars. We don't know. I haven't been there myself.
In any case, this pizza is very important for this caller.
But we got it.
Stay tuned.
Got that pizza.
And
We will do this.
we don't have fries at Papa Yeti's Pizza and Spaghetti, so Pandy, you're gonna have to pick that up on the way.
What about the rotisserie chicken? I just got.
Fine.
You're gonna have to stop at Walmart, bro. Not a
I got
sponsor.
this. I got this. It's okay.
Also, we are not sponsored by Mountain Dew, by the way. Just throwing out there because you
Right.
want 2 liters of Code Red. Not sponsored.
Right.
Oh god.
Oh man,
that was a good voicemail. You know?
It
that was a
was-
good one.
It was well planned.
3 minutes long.
Yeah.
Greetings, mortals and tech wizards alike. Yeti here, bringing you the latest in weather sorcery and tech wizardry. Let's conjure up this week's most important updates. Weather, magic, storm, chills, and chaos. California is about to get buried in snow. Yosemite and Lake Tahoe could see up to 14 inches with 50-mile-per-hour winds this weekend. Be safe on the roads because most people will most likely be like, oh shit, what is that white stuff and how do I drive in it? Moreover, if you're heading into the mountains, make sure to bring a cloak of warmth or a teleport scroll. Speaking of storms, Texas is brewing up a storm next week. However, instead of white and fluffy white stuff that we all know and love, Texas may have magic ice balls, also known as hail, rain down upon them with strong winds whilst aggressively pelting those who disrespect or challenge Mother Nature. Holy shit, why? Why have the skies open bearing the creation of this icy apocalypse? Well, that's thanks to the warm Gulf air clashing with the incoming system. Stay safe, stay smart, and stay ready. Meanwhile, over in Connecticut, they're dealing with weather deception. A warm March start is about to be erased by Arctic wind chills and single-digit temperatures. That's totally my bad. I'm sorry. I just prefer the cold, and I accidentally hit Control-Z on spring. Next up, we got some tech wizardry, GPU spells, freebies, and augmented magic. Last week, we talked about Team Green and their redemption. This week, we're talking about Team Red and AMD's latest release. AMD's RX 9070 and 9070 XT are coming soon, promising RTX 4070 Ti level power at a lower price. Will they too have a faulty start, or should we expect full performance right out of the box? These cards are great on a budget, with the RX 970 XT coming in at $649 and the RX 9070 coming in at $579, which releases, by the time you hear this, yesterday. So if you're summoning a new GPU for 1440p gaming, these might be the artifacts you need. Heads up, a free GTA 5 upgrade appears. Loot drop alert, GTA 5 players on PC can now preload a free enhanced version with improved graphics and performance. Grab it from Rockstar's site now. And last but not least, we have AR glasses, the future of augmented reality. Now let's talk about the next step in digital sorcery, AR glasses that look like real glasses. Unlike bulky VR headsets or mixed reality gear, these lightweight AR glasses are designed to blend to everyday life, and they're getting more powerful every year. X-Real Air 2 and Air 2 Pro, sunglasses-style AR displays that let you watch movies, work on virtual monitors, or game on the go, all in a normal-looking pair of shades. The Vuzix Ultralight, a lightweight, prescription-compatible AR glasses with a minimalist heads-up display that gives you notifications, navigation, and hands-free controls. That's what I'm excited for. TCL Ray Neo X2, AR glasses with built-in AI that provide real-time translations, smart overlays, and media streaming. And we have the Lenovo Think Reality A3, business-focused smart glasses that project multiple monitors onto your field of vision, perfect for productivity. These aren't just tech demos anymore. Companies are actively designing AR glasses for daily use. What's coming next? AI-powered smart assistants, holographic text messages, real-time navigation overlays, and seamless smartphone replacement. The goal? No screens, no distractions, just a digital world layered onto reality. Are AR glasses the future of computing? Time will tell, but the era of wearable AR is officially here. Final incantation. That's your wizard tech and weather report for the week. Snowstorms, GPUs, free game upgrades, and AR glasses that could replace your phone. Stay warm, stay safe, stay curious, and may your Wi-Fi never falter. Until next time, this is the Yeti, signing off.
Don't feel like there's much we have to say to counter that.
No.
Because it speaks for itself.
It really does. But you know what?
But yeah, challenge accepted. We'll do it.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah, let's go.
And speaking of challenges, I remember playing video games back when I was a little kid and how challenging they were. And that's our topic for the day. Our favorite childhood games. What do you guys think about that? Oh.
Hell yeah. And I just want to actually say one of my favorite parts of the podcast is the voicemail section.
Me too.
They make me laugh, and
I like it when it's
enjoy.
a surprise. It makes me scared and nervous. I'm like, what? No, you should have listened
what are we
first.
about to listen to?
Oh yeah, I love the voicemails. I love everything about this podcast. Honestly, that's just me though.
Me too. But yeah, we definitely love hearing you. So give us more.
Give us some more. And now to the main topic: favorite childhood video games.
So, how far back are we going?
That's like we could also just do favorite video games of our lifetime. You know, it could be like a year ago or like when we were wee little. You know.
Well, I don't. This is gonna for sure give away my age, but
well,
I
you're
want to
like billions of years
I'm
old.
kind of right. I'm 33 billion years old.
Yeah.
But I do want to tell this story because it's kind of funny how I got into video games. So, you know, I'm still like playing outside and everything, you know, playing with the girl next door, playing house and things like that. And, you know, wasn't really into a lot of electronics because it wasn't really booming at the time. However,
so what I'm hearing is Yeti was a player even back then. He was already.
Yeah, he was.
No. But anyways, my brother's birthday was coming up, and he was like, "I want a PlayStation," and what he meant by that was like he wanted a station in which he could play. It was like you could draw things on this board, and there was all kinds of different stuff that went with it. But the person who gifted him this PlayStation misunderstood, and it just so happened that the PlayStation 1 came out at this very time. So he
they gave it to
the
him?
PlayStation 1
They're so
for a gift.
expensive, man.
And I shit my pants. Because I was
literally.
bro, this is insane. Like, this is way crazier than Nintendo. There's like discs and shit. And I remember one of the first games that we played was Final Fantasy VII.
Mm-hmm.
And that was one of my favorite. There was also Grandia. And I'm trying to remember the other one. I don't know. There was all kinds of different games that came. Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, the Bandicoot.
Bandicoot.
We love some Bandicoot.
But yeah, all because of that one mistake. We really got into video games, and where would I be right now if that wouldn't have happened? I mean, that accelerated my tech career and everything. Like, because I started getting into computers and things after, you know, technology developed, and I started messing around with things, learning things, repairing things. So yeah, it's crazy to think about.
Well, like back then too, there's a big distinction between a PC game and the consoles. It's when the consoles or even handhelds first started coming out, and the games were very separate, very different.
Right. PC gaming and console gaming were not that far apart at that time. And to be honest, I think console gaming was a little more developed than PC gaming.
I agree. Well, you still get these
with
boxes with discs in them and a serial code to activate it and all sorts of stuff.
Right. You know, shout out to our last episode, you know, when we actually owned things and didn't have to pay a subscription.
Exactly.
You know, funny thing is how I started my gaming, you know, was back on the old Nintendo Entertainment System. The first one.
Let's go.
And my cartridges, played the original Mario. I regret it now, but like I think I was 13, and I found in our house was the original Final Fantasy still in the cartridge, like wrapped up and everything.
Oh my god.
Damn, son.
And now looking back, I'm like, I
7.
could have made so much money off of the first Final Fantasy ever, still in the box. But I wanted to play it because I was 13. So I played the first Final Fantasy. Great time. It's the only Final Fantasy I've liked. Man. So
are we talking like Final Fantasy 1? Or are we talking about the Japanese version or the English version?
The English version Final Fantasy on the NES.
1?
Yeah.
So that would be the Final Fantasy 3 in the Japanese version, I think. Or maybe 4. I can't remember. There was 2 games that did not get ported over.
It was just Final Fantasy.
I know the 6 was in the 90s.
Yeah.
But young Pandy ruined that one. Could make so much money.
Right? Like if I could find my Pokemon cards right now. Speaking of Pokemon,
childhood
I
right
had
there.
the OG blue and red. Like, so my brother and I, we would always go, like he would always take the warm colors and I would always take the cool colors, you know, whatever Pokemon game came out. We started with the black and white, red and blue version. I had the blue version, and it was black and white. And back in the day, children,
Back in my day,
our Game Boys didn't even have a backlight. We had to use lamps.
Yeah, don't remind me. Thanks. That's a childhood memory I don't want to remember. Or having a flashlight being like with one hand, like, come on.
I remember when they came out with the dope ass thing that you could connect into your Game Boy, and it would come up over and like have like a magnifier with like flashlights on it, so like you could play in the dark.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like a book light, yeah.
A book light.
But
That's
made
hilarious.
specifically for Game Boys.
Yeah, those were the times.
Yeah, that was amazing.
My first Pokemon game was Gold.
Yeah.
The Game Boy Color.
Ooh, my favorite Pokemon game of all time is Silver.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like that
Even though I
Lugia?
started at blue. Because, you know, like I said, I was always the cool colors and he was always the warm colors. So when it came to gold and silver, I would assume that silver would be more cool than warm. So I went with silver and he went with gold.
That's fair. Fair.
But, you know, the cool thing about it was that we got the separate ones as we could trade legendaries and stuff, you know?
Heck yeah. I didn't have that as a kid, so I was just by myself.
I didn't either. I mean, Pokemon just wasn't a thing for me growing up as much as it. Well, yeah. I remember when it came out and they were like, you know, Pokemon, gotta catch them all, but I didn't know what the heck they were talking about. Same with Power Rangers. Things were a little different in Australia.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Then. Things now happen very at more the same time, thanks to the internet and social media.
You guys didn't have as much as we did.
No, and when it was released, it was later. We would always get things later. It's like it took a year on a boat to get here or something.
Right.
It's crazy. But even movies came out like a year later, and then eventually 6 months later.
That is crazy.
And sometimes different titles. So I feel like it was the same with like other tech things and games. But we were just in our own world, so it didn't really matter. We were close to Japan though. We are close to Japan and Asia. So I feel like we got other tech quicker than certain tech, you know, than America did as well.
Right.
But I don't know. I played because my brothers wanted me to play with them, and they're like, "Hey, someone needs to be the meat up front, you know."
The meat up front.
Go out there.
That wording is
you distract them, and then we'll kill them. Like, okay. Or we would play in a lot of things like Street Fighter, and they like to play against me because they would always win. We didn't have a console did we ever? Not for a very long time. Not till we were like
what about
late
handhelds,
teenagers.
though?
Oh, we didn't have handhelds either. But we did have a PC. But what we would do is we would go to the video store, Hollywood or Blockbuster, and we would rent one. So it became like the thing on school holidays. You had to get in quick and rent it before someone else did, and we would rent the Nintendo or the Sega or something. And I don't think I knew anyone at all growing up that had a handheld. I feel like cell phones were a big thing before handhelds over there.
I remember with handhelds, Pokemon Yellow, when the Game Boy Colors were coming out, they made a Pikachu exclusive limited edition Game Boy Color.
I remember that.
And my great grandma, rest in peace, she got my brother and I both that, and it was like a combo pack, and you also got Yellow. Yellow didn't have another game with it though. It was just Yellow.
But Yellow was like the hardest one because the Pikachu that you're stuck with wasn't very good.
Right. The Viridian Forest. But then shortly after that, the Game Boy Advance came out, and I just want to say this quick story. So we were going to the movie theater.
Okay.
Don't cry.
We were going to the movie theater, and
it's gonna be okay.
I had one of those really cool Game Boy Advances that you could see through, like, you know, in the 90s, like everything was like see-through technology.
It was radical.
See-through
phone.
Yeah, radical, bro.
You could see the wires inside.
Yeah, that was so cool.
So cool.
So yeah, I had a Game Boy Advance like that. This is before the SPs came out. And I was playing on the way there. And what gen was Turtoise or Torkoal?
I think that's Gen 3?
Gen 3. So what game would that be? I wonder.
Ruby and Sapphire.
Sapphire. I was playing Sapphire. That's right. I remember. And I don't even remember what movie we watched because all of my trauma completely erased any other memory. So we go in and my mom's like, leave your game in the car. And I was like, okay, Mom, whatever. And I took it with me. And I took it into the theater and I was playing it during, and then something happened in the movie and I got interested in it, and then I put it to the side. But then after the movie was over, it was gone. Completely gone. We went back and searched the entire place. We had the people search the entire place to see like where it could have maybe gone. I think a motherfucker stole it. But anyways, I cried so hard because I was working so hard to get all of my Pokemon to level 30. Like I was grinding, bro. And all of my progress and everything gone. And I'll never be able to play it again. I mean, I could play it again today, but
It's not the same. It's not the same.
It's not the same, man. And like, I cried so hard. And my brother's friend had gone to the movies with us, and he's like, bro, it's okay. Don't cry. I know that shit hurts. Because like he's like significantly older than me. And he's just seeing this little kid cry over a video game. And he's like, bro, I feel you. Like I understand
I
how much that hurts. But it's gonna be okay. I remember that, but
So
it sucked.
would you
Like,
say Pokemon games then are your biggest memory of those early gaming then?
handheld for sure. Yeah.
Because like, what about Lemmings? Like, for me, I just remember in Australia they were a big thing. Lemmings.
What the fuck is it?
Yeah, yeah, I have no idea what that
Gosh. And see, that's the way it always was. Like, even with movies that were big there, sometimes over here, I guess they weren't as big as we thought they were. We didn't even get every movie, but
I've heard that a couple times.
No, funny thing is, Pokemon wasn't a huge part of my childhood, more of my teens. But like,
yeah.
as a childhood, I had 2 different games that were super impactful on 2 different systems.
Right.
Because one of them is definitely Sly Cooper. That was my childhood so much. Had a PlayStation 2.
Sly Cooper?
Sly Cooper.
Oh, that reminds me of when the GameCube came out.
Oh, yeah. We'll kind of talk about GameCube, but the one before that, the N64.
Ooh,
'Cause
the
one of my-
N64. I never owned one.
One of my favorite games of all time. Now, here's the thing. I never owned one either, but I went to a friend's house that had one.
Yeah, me too.
And they had
Bro, maybe we went to the same
Banjo-Kazooie.
friend house.
Banjo-Kazooie. I love that game, and I wish I could play it right now. I love that game so much. I've 100% that game probably 50 times. One of my favorite
Never
games of all
played it.
time. I love Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh my gosh.
I've never played it.
You have
We need to
to
make a list of some of these classic old
Now,
games
I
that
do
we've never
know
played.
Banjo-Kazooie.
Were you serious about Lemmings though? Or were you just
Never heard of that in my life.
I've never heard of Lemmings.
like, don't be a lemming? Like, it was even like a meme. Like, you're such a lemming. Like,
Nope.
No.
oh my god.
Can we get some sort of source material or example, perhaps?
Yeah, they're like little creatures and they follow each other. And so you have lots of lemmings and you have to send them out to do things. But lemmings follow
right, guys.
lemmings.
If I can figure out what the fuck a lemming is, I'll put it on the screen right now.
Okay.
All right, sounds good.
I'm putting it in there. Yeah. Hang on. Anyway, Pandy, continue, because I'm thinking like it would be fun to play each other's
Now,
games.
Banjo-Kazooie, I do know for a fact, if you have like the higher tier for the like Nintendo Online, it's in there. You can play it right now. I don't have it, so I can't play it. I'm very sad about that.
Yeah, I don't know in the high tier right now.
But
yeah,
it's in there.
There's always emulators.
And I have
Oh.
Sly Cooper. I have 1, 2, and 3 for my PlayStation 2, which is across the room from me right now. I still have them. Welcome to another installment of Patchnotes with Pandy. Today, I want to talk to you guys about upcoming video games coming out in the month of March. So on March 4th, 2 Point Museum has come out. That one has already come out for PS5, Xbox Series X, and PC. On March 6th, Fragpunk, as well as Split Fiction, is coming out on PS5, Xbox Series X, and PC. I am excited for Fragpunk. I think I really enjoyed, I enjoyed shooter games. That one seems like it has an interesting twist. We'll see if it works or not, but that one is coming out. On March 7th, coming to PS5, Switch, and PC, Sugardew Island, your cozy farm shop. So it looks like one of those cozy games. Some people like those cozy games. I like them from time to time, honestly. It's nice to get in a mixture there. We also have Fate Reawakened coming out for PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, Switch, and PC, March 12th. WWE 2K25 for PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X, S, Xbox One, and PC, March 14th. 33 Immortals comes out on the Xbox Series X and S and PC, March 18th in early access Remember that one. But I think the big hitter this month is definitely going to be Assassin's Creed Shadows. It's either going to be a really good game or a really bad game. As of late, Ubisoft has not had the best track record, so that one I will definitely say wait off on pre-purchasing. I would say wait for some reviews, see if it's something you might like. But that one definitely is a wait. But also coming out, at least these are not all the games, mind you, but these are some of them. We have Atom Fall coming out for PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X, Xbox One, and PC March 27th. We get excited for that as well, maybe. And the last game of the month is Wild Keepers Rising, only for PC, March 31st. These are just against some of the games that are coming out this month. I think at least some of the maybe big hitters, some little smaller games as well. Trying to get a mix of things, but I think that we have a pretty good month so far, and we'll be back here, and I'll be talking about April's releases. So that's been from me. Thank you for all joining. I love you all. See you in the next segment of Patchnotes with Pandy. Bye-bye!
What I wanted to say about that is you saying Sly Cooper for some reason reminded me of Star Fox, because foxes are sly, I guess.
Yeah, you know.
But we had just switched to cable internet, okay?
What the hell?
Cable internet. I remember my granddad talking about it. He's like, yeah, we're going to get cable internet. You're going to click on a button and then instantly it's going to load. And I was like, holy shit, granddad, that's crazy. I literally said that. No, I'm just kidding. But so we got that. And so the dawn of cheat codes happened as well. And I remember getting a GameCube. One of my first games was Star Fox. And I got a cheat code for Star Fox. And I was so excited about it. And I ran so hard and so fast from the computer. Because like I lived in like a little library. It was kind of cool. It was like a small little room with like bookshelves and stuff. But I ran from the computer into my bedroom, which was a small room, and I clipped my pinky toe on the door panel and basically like broke it.
Yeah, we've all done that.
I was so sad.
That's why we feel it.
It was such a happy moment that turned into instant trauma.
That's fair.
Oh man.
But no, I played a lot of PlayStation 2 mostly. That's what we had as a kid. Sly Cooper, definitely one of them. My favorite one out of the series is the second one. Second one's probably the best one.
Thievius Raccoons.
Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. Yep.
Hey,
I don't think I've ever. I don't think I've ever played them.
I haven't either. I hadn't actually heard of it.
You come back to Pandyland. I have them right over there.
You know, I just want to say real quick. Do you think maybe that's why I don't cheat nowadays? I don't cheat in any video game. First of all, because I like the challenge or whatever. Do you think deep down it's because I remember the breaking of my pinky toe?
It may be.
I think so.
But I think it's also just like the challenge of it, which I think a lot of us as kids did like. Because we like the challenge of like figuring it out and learning.
Well, whenever you first figured out about cheat codes, it was really cool and stuff. To me, if I'm going to use a cheat code,
no, I was the good girl.
If I'm going to use a cheat code or a mod or something like that, I'm going to play the game entirely through and finish it first, and then.
Because you do play with modded games.
Yeah.
Is modding cheat codes? No, not necessarily.
Depends what the mod
cheat codes
is.
would give you stuff.
It depends on what the mod is.
It honestly. So there's life improvement mods, and then there's mods that break the game.
Or if you want your game to look prettier, there's mods for that too.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't mind that in Minecraft, right?
Right.
Minecraft never looked so good. I didn't touch it until I was able to mod it.
Yeah, because I thought it looked ugly.
I know. I used to look at it. I was like, this is an insult to my intelligence. I can't believe this game is huge. And my friend would be like, look at the pig. I'm like, I don't see a pig. I see a pink cube. Is that a pig? And they would like gasp in horror. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, you're a llama? That white cube? Like, and now it actually looks like it.
Yeah.
Oh, in the movie
nice.
cubes. Well,
The
that's interesting.
mods
That's
definitely
another day altogether. The movie, but
You know,
yeah,
the funny thing.
mods can help.
I'll have to watch it first before we talk about that.
Same here, but I will admit, the only time I ever play Minecraft nowadays is I have a mod called Pixelmon, which basically just puts Pokemon into Minecraft. That's the only way I play it now.
Yeah.
Yep, I discovered that recently too.
It's like,
Right,
well,
what's that one? That
There's another
Immanetric
one
uses?
that's like more advanced. The Pixel one is the old school now, apparently.
Yeah, apparently.
Oh.
I was talking
He's
to
like,
Electric about it. I was
nah.
like, what about Pixelmon? Have you heard of that?
He's like,
And-
oh my gosh, are you kidding me? I'm like, really? No one plays that anymore. This is the one to go.
I don't just like the newest one is like Cobblemon, I think, is the newer one.
Yeah, it's
That's
Cobblemon.
what it is. Yeah,
That's
Cobblemon.
They love it.
I think Cobblemon's cool because it makes like Pokemon in like the Minecraft style, but what I like about Pixelmon is it's just a Pokemon as they are in the games.
It ran like shit on my laptop. Cobblemon did.
I've seen it though on mine, and it looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
And they're like making incubators and crossbreeding them. I'm like, what is this world?
Whoa.
It's
Yeah.
pretty.
I will
Like a
say
little whole game.
no. I'm just saying if like Minecraft and Pokemon ever teamed up and like made like a true open world like that
Officially?
for Pokemon, oh man, I would never play another Pokemon
That
game in
would
my
be
life.
cool.
Can you imagine?
That would be done. It'd be over.
That would be dope.
Isn't a cute shaped Pikachu with his little lightning tail?
Well, it's more like the open world concept, like you can craft anywhere and stuff. But with Pokemon, over.
You know, Pandy, while we were over there, I kind of regret that we didn't play any PS2.
I have a lot of PS2 games. A lot of them. I have Simpsons
what's
Hit and
the-
Run, a classic. A classic.
What's significant to
Yeah, it
you
is.
on PS2?
On PS2 is definitely Sly Cooper, 1, 2, and 3.
Mhm.
Simpsons Hit and Run, classic. Me and my dad play that all the time.
Mhm.
So, I also like a lot of games from my childhood. So like, I like Jimmy Neutron, Attack of the Twonkies. That was a great one.
Back of the Twonkies.
Yeah,
Man, I haven't heard of that.
yes.
Me either.
I have a lot like show or like, I have a Billy and Mandy game, Ed and Eddie game.
Billy and Mandy.
So I
Let's go.
have a Kung Fu Panda one. I have a Kung Fu Panda video game.
Wait, that was out in PS2?
Yeah, Kung Fu Panda. Yeah.
When did Kung Fu Panda come out? Bro,
It's a
what?
long time ago, buddy.
Bro,
Been a long
what?
time. Yeah.
Bro, they made a
Talking
fourth
about
one.
number one.
Where have you been?
Bro, like one did not
It was
come
2008.
out.
It was in 2008.
Well, when did PS2 come out?
I think 2006.
No way.
I could be wrong.
No way. That's crazy.
I could be wrong. To be fair, but I think this is the 2000s.
That's insane.
Back in my day.
Back in, yeah. Showing the age here.
Meow.
But you know, just like bringing this up now because it came in my head. You know what we're talking about? Like back in like the 90s, where like you saw through everything.
Yeah.
Back then,
Your
PCs were
Tamagotchi.
completely covered, and nowadays, everyone wants their PCs open to see all the cool things. the
No,
weird
there
things.
was a
Right.
cool like the Apple computers. They had like these cool like see-through colored cases around the monitors.
Oh, yeah.
Those are cool,
Yeah, and I thought that was really cool.
Well, it's just
I
kind of funny that
remember
the
those.
one thing from the 90s that stayed around is the fact that we still like to see our PCs.
Yeah.
Yeah, we like to see what's in there, see all the electronics and stuff. I always thought that was cool. I wish they would do more of that.
Yeah, it's actually kind of cool, especially with the controllers. It's like you would like look down and be like, oh, I see why it's does what it does. It's kind of cool.
But the official controllers never really did it. It was more like Mad Cats, bro.
Oh yeah.
Everybody knew when you go to your friend's house and you got the Mad Cats controller.
Bro, that's a core memory right there. How dare it?
I wasn't ever like that.
Max were ahead of the day. That's all I can say. You should see. I put some pictures in our Discord of
those.
I thought they were so hot. I'm like, oh, look at that. That's so cool.
Especially the blue one. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Very cool.
Which we'll show it on the screen here,
Mm-hmm.
so you guys can see too. Unless you're listening, and if you are, you can just imagine it.
Imagine.
You believe in magic.
The more you know. Reading Rainbow.
And then
yeah, so
my first PC game that's like part of my childhood is Team Fortress 2. It's still around too.
You know, the 90s have just come full circle. I know some kids that are like, I don't want to play Overwatch. I'm playing Team Fortress. I'm like, what?
That game's like 15 years old. Or
They're
more than that now.
14-year-olds and they're like, yeah, Team Fortress. Way cooler.
Guys, before we go any further, I can't believe that I forgot back in PS1.
Oh.
My most favorite game of all time. The Legend of Dragoon.
Oh.
That I honestly wish they would remake it. It is such a good fucking game.
They probably will.
Like, no, it's been so long.
Yeah, but they're all about remakes.
It's not even a big fan base, I feel like. Like, who knows about The Legend of Dragoon? If you know about The Legend of Dragoon, tell me about it. Tell me in the comments.
Is that like an RPG,
when
like a turn-based RPG?
Those Legend of Dragoon
Yeah, it's an
players,
RPG.
Yeah. I remember, like, I used to, like, whenever I would go to my dad's on, like, the weekends and stuff, we would, like, stay up all night playing it. We would take turns and stuff. It was, like, really fun. The cool thing about it was different than most RPGs because whenever you did an attack, it wasn't just you saw your character go slash somebody. You actually had to put in button combinations at the very specific time, like with combos and stuff, in order to pull off your move. And it was really cool. I saw someone
writing about it, like, great game, but very tedious. And as you were saying that, I'm like, it was probably having to enter in those combinations.
I didn't think it was tedious. It was so fun.
I will say my first like RPG was Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars. I fumbled that, but hey, you know, that was my first like RPG I got into. You had like timing attacks, but only like combos. You know, that was a good one. They remade that for the Switch. Super Mario RPG.
Hi, this is Poppet. Welcome to Poppet's Petals, Paws, and Playthings. Just giving you a quick update as to the status of my Valentine's Day flowers. I don't know how yours are going, but as you can see if you have video, all you have to do is dig out those flowers from those gel crystals. Remember, you buried them in the sand. Tip them upside down, get all those crystals out, and mine turned out beautiful. They look like real live roses still. They maintained their color, both the deep red and the light pink, and even the pink ones seem to have like some of the green still on the base. You'll notice probably when you drain out all those crystals and sand that the sand is a different color, the crystals are a different color where they were absorbing the moisture from the flower, kind of like kitty litter. Some of those kitty litters that are moisture activated and change color. So don't worry, you can just dry out these gel crystals again and reuse them over and over as much as you want for any kind of flower or vegetation, really. Give it a try. Mine look beautiful. If you want to stay tuned next week, I'm going to take mine even a step further. and see if I can set some in some rosin epoxy. So tune in next week. This has been Pop It. See you later. Bye. I will say that while I was forced and willingly forced to play games like Street Fighter and all that with my brothers, I personally love RPGs like Myst, Monkey Island 2. What else was there? Day of the Tentacle.
For me, it was Skyrim. Elder Scrolls series.
Do you guys remember, what was it, Super Monkey Ball?
Oh my god.
I never actually got to play the game, bro. Like, I was so excited because I got the demo, and like I played the shit out of that demo.
Because you brought Super Monkey Ball, I just remember I have Ape Escape 3 for my PlayStation 2.
Ape Escape.
Ape Escape.
Yes, bro. Oh my god.
It looks cute.
The Super Monkey Ball.
Ape Escape was the shit, bro.
I loved Ape Escapes. Yeah. You know what you gotta eat? If you ever come back to Pandy Land, I have Ape Escape 3 for my PlayStation 2.
Hell yeah. might be there more often. Come on, babe. Let's move across the river.
Cinnamon Boy 69 has
lake.
a car. You gotta jump in there. And then he'll get the toll fee.
listen, I'm just saying. I told you could move across the lake. I'm just saying, you know.
No,
it's really nice there. I actually really loved it, Pandy. I really loved it. I could live there. I really liked it there.
Yeah, let's do it, babe. We'll build a house on the other side of the lake. We'll buy a boat. Was so
big you couldn't see the other side. Isn't the other side Canada?
No, we're buying a boat.
Okay.
and then we'll sail it across and play PS2 with Pandy.
Or hear me out, right? Don't do that. You just have a house closer to me so you can save money on the gasoline to get to my house.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna see Pandy.
But then we wouldn't have like a yacht-sized boat.
You can still have a boat, but live closer.
You don't need to sail to Pandy.
How cool would that be, though? You just be like, let's go to Pandy's. All right. Instead of getting in a car, you just hop in the boat, put a fucking pirate hat on. Let's go.
I grew up on the island with the islands. That's how my friend, she wanted to come hang out and play. She had to get on a boat to come and play with me.
I'm just saying, well, instead of that, we could both just have a lake property and then take a boat to the other house.
Yeah.
Let's just have an island. We say, everybody, let's go to the game house.
Have a game
the podcast
house.
Like that's where we'll have our future studio. Let's go.
Yeah.
And the pizza on top.
I'm just saying.
Here we go.
The pizza on top.
I mean, I was off topic, but honestly, a VTuber house where like you pop it, we can maybe get cinnamon. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be fun?
That'd be great.
That would be. Be like playing The Sims IRL.
get Sieg. Come over, Sieg.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh god.
Crazy.
The
be
VTuber house.
The VTuber safe house. Say, come on over, Omar. Come on over, Sigs.
Yeah.
Your setup's ready.
you welcome.
Could you imagine the networking that would have to be done in that house? Oh my god. Hurts my brain just thinking about it right now.
Good thing I know a couple of tech support peoples. Listen, just don't drill into the stud.
I didn't. Hey. The stud finder was dead. Okay?
To be fair,
It was
he hit that stud so good. It was almost perfect.
Did. I could smell like pine sap. It was just.
Oh man.
Woo!
My drill was smoking.
It was upstairs
impressive.
and down. I could smell it before I heard it.
For those of you who are curious, essentially while we were in Pandy's in Pandyland,
you gotta explain the reason we went to Pandy's in Pandyland.
It's because he needed a network cable run, but he didn't have the tools to do it. So we came over to do it, but I was like, oh man, I need to get a stud finder that can read like metal and pipes and stuff like that.
Because the cord had to go from upstairs to downstairs in the Pandy cave.
Yeah, and he was like, nah, bro, I got one. You good? I was like, okay.
I did.
There.
You did have one.
It didn't
sure
work.
No, I didn't.
I was not told it didn't work. Okay, I was just told we had one. I'm like, okay, we're good.
It's late at night. We've been driving all day. There was just really no way to get another one. No one wanted to spend $50 just find the stud that we could see with our eyeballs.
So I was like, what would they do back in the day? So I was like, okay, Pandy, go downstairs and knock on the ceiling. And so he did, and I used like audio reference to find the pinpoint where it was, and then I confirmed with him by knocking back. But apparently the sound waves were like banking off of something, because we were like a millimeter over, and I was drilling directly into the
one place where he should not be drilling.
Right. But here is the thing. When my drill started smoking, I was like, okay, something's wrong here. So we go to look downstairs, and it's going into the stud, but there's a little window coming out of the stud. So we just ran the cable through the stud.
It smelled like hot pine trees. Like it was so intense, that smell of burning pine.
And I was like, Pandy, this is the most secure network cable that you'll ever have.
It's not gonna move, so we're good there.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, we got working. Is but yeah.
Hello.
Sorry, had to let the dogs out.
I thought you were just kissing me on the.
But yeah, back to PC. Yeah. My major two like PC games was Team Fortress 2, and then eventually Skyrim, when like Special Edition came out for PC.
You know what? Skyrim has one of the best soundtracks ever.
Mm-hmm.
It does.
It's amazing.
Well,
I talked to the composer.
Also, I will say Mario is technically in Skyrim, so
honestly, the best composer, though, hands down, is Nobuo Uematsu. Just saying.
But yeah, no. Technically, because I think the same voice actor for Parthenax in Skyrim is also the voice actor for Mario, so Mario is technically
Bro,
in Skyrim.
Are you for real right now?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh my god, dude, that's insane.
I will look it up right now.
Oh, hello. The puppet beacon.
Sorry. My dog thinks there's a cat and wants to come back in.
Yes, the voice actor for Mario does voice act for Parthenax in Skyrim.
That's insane,
awesome.
Dude. What was I gonna say? It's already gone. I forgot.
Flitted away like a butterfly on the wind.
Mm-hmm. It's gone.
And then, also try to look back to Star Fox. I know the voice actor for Peppy O'Hare was the voice actor for Soldier in Team Fortress 2. I know that as well.
Oh, shit.
Sadly, he died, though. Rick May. Yes.
Oh, no. R.I.P.
He died from COVID. So.
From COVID?
From COVID, yeah.
No, bro. That's no bueno.
We're not talking about lizard people.
What?
Not the lizard people.
No, not that.
But yeah, then the PS3 came out, and enjoyed that quite a bit. And then I got the PS4, but after the PS4, that was it for me. I didn't get any more consoles.
See,
Yeah.
I also
that's
had
funny.
an Xbox 360 back in the day and an Xbox, but that was it.
I just barely like we rented consoles. It wasn't until I came here that I got consoles and I owned one, and I was always Xbox.
Mhm.
Xbox 360. Well, I had a Wii. Yeah, I had a Wii. And then what was the Wii when you could get the camera on top? I had that.
Um,
Camera.
I don't know.
You know what I mean? It was like and then the Kinect, the
The
Xbox
Oh, the
Kinect,
Kinect.
Xbox,
Okay.
and the
What is that?
PlayStation Move. Yeah,
Yeah, it didn't quite take off the way they thought, but I had it.
it was like VR without VR.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty cool though.
I do like VR. I have to play more VR, honestly.
Yeah, but like, yeah, pretty much after the PlayStation 4, like, I just do everything on PC. Like,
I don't.
you can just connect your
You
controller
guys
to the
have forced
PC and
me
everything.
into PC, and I love it. Don't get me wrong. I like the big screens. I love the clickety
You
click.
have a space station, baby. You got a better computer than all of
I
us.
do. I love my PC. I really, because I built it too. I
Yeah.
put my love into it. Like I'm gonna put my love into the pizza for the
Mhm.
lemons. But anyway, I watch TV on my Xbox. You know, my movies are on my Xbox, and I was
Right.
all Xbox until you guys made more Overwatch on the PC and switched
I mean,
over.
I definitely appreciate.
I was a filthy console player.
I definitely appreciate the things that come with console, like, because
Fable. That was like a game. That was a real changing game for me on the Xbox. I was like, this is my kind of game.
well, what I enjoyed is because, like, you know, laying next to you, you could like go to sleep, and I could like have the controller and just play
Mhm.
Xbox. You know, just play a game or something.
While laying in bed.
Yeah, while laying in bed, and I couldn't do that with a PC with you.
Right.
that would be a little difficult, like maybe a laptop, but I even tried a laptop.
They get hot on your knees.
Yeah, and when you have a koala on you, it just doesn't really
There's
work out.
koalas. Get you.
Controllers are koala certified. You can use it.
Yeah?
Yeah. If you have a koala on you, you can just you can use a controller.
But you know what? I think it's funny that I have more I guess I have more money than when I was a kid, but I have a handheld. I have a Switch now, and I have PC, and I have 3 Xboxes, and I have more now than I did when I was a kid. In fact, I think I'm like outshining my brothers who
Right.
well, my younger brother is strictly only PC, but for the reason I even played games or anything.
I
don't know
enjoy the
anything.
Switch. I got a Switch
do
mainly
too.
so that I could play with my friends.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I love the Switch.
Honestly, for me, I think that like Nintendo consoles are like the only console nowadays that I feel is worth it.
Mm.
Hmm.
Just because
Yeah.
like most of their games are still only for Nintendo consoles. Whereas a lot of, especially Xbox,
To get it on the big screen,
or on PC.
and I don't get me wrong, I have it. You have to put it on a dock, but yeah, it's great. Everyone can just get a Joy-Con and just jump in for a lot of the games. That's
Yeah, play like
really fun. You
Mario
got friends over,
Party
just
or-
toss them a Joy-Con. And, you can end up linking up so many at one time. I think that's pretty brilliant.
Yeah, Party Mary. Fun stuff.
That is, yeah, I do love like the Nintendo and stuff. But I think we talked pretty long. I think we'll have like one more favorite game from our childhood, then we'll wrap up this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So Arctic, you first. One last favorite childhood game.
I'm trying to think. I don't necessarily have other than Bomberman. Bomberman was fun as shit. I still play like Bomberman like games today. But one thing I do want to say, any devs out there listening, Um, let's remake The Legend of Dragoon. Let's do it. You know? What's stopping us? Other than money and resources.
the things you just listed, yes. All right, Pop It. One last one for you.
Oh, Fable, I think. Isn't childhood so much, but I love Fable. I've just thought it took choose your own adventure to a next level. And I love reading books, so for me it was like a choose your own adventure book. And I am excited for the new Fable to come out. I keep looking for the beta tests. But yeah, Fable.
I have to look at my Steam library, and I don't have to look very long because Monster Hunter 3 or Monster Hunter Tri, that was a big part of my childhood. I guess more teenage
Does it
years,
still
but
run? Yeah, mine would too. Do you have it there in your Steam?
no, I saw Wilds and I remembered about it.
Okay. I was like, how does one play it? What did you play it on?
I had it for the Wii, actually.
The Wii?
The Wii.
Oh, the Wii. You know, when the Wii came out, we all always joked about, like, if they made the second Wii, it would be the Wii Knee, because knee in Japanese too.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, you're going to come out with the Wii Knee. And then they all disappointed us and called it the Wii U. And I was like, man, that's
I will
lame.
say the Wii as a prototype for the Switch, though, was great.
Yeah.
That's definitely what they were going for.
Yeah.
I can see that now. Oh my god, I never even put that together, but I see that.
Yeah, but the shitty thing
With
is
the
all the games that you digitally bought on the Wii store and stuff, gone. Never playable again.
That part
Well,
sucks.
you know, it was also a disc game, and at least
But you could do digital purchases, and since the store went down, all your digital purchases are fucked. You can no longer download them. It's sad.
This is ties into last week's podcast.
Everything went wrong from last week. So watch this week and then last week's.
Right.
If you missed it. So
Ownership. Owning the game. Tangible ownership. I say that, but I'm terrified of losing my little Switch discs, so I get them digital too.
They're so tiny.
We're tiny. You're going to lose them.
Yeah.
As a kid.
We completely forgot about the PSP.
well, if we got to that, that's a whole nother long conversation. But I think we're gonna end it for this podcast. I have been one of your hosts, Pandy. Who wants to go
And
next?
if you're listening, wait, if you're listening, tell us what your favorite childhood game is. We probably forgot some.
Oh, heck yeah.
Or let us know if you agree with us. Tell me if you know what a lemming is. I'm just can't even believe that it was bigger on the other side of the world than here. It's amazing.
Let me know about all those Legend of Dragoon lovers out there.
Basically, if you have a comment, just put your favorite childhood video game in the comments. We would appreciate that.
Yeah.
Let us read it. All right, guys. Well, this has been fun.
This has been fun.
Yeah.
I've been one of your hosts,
Very nostalgic.
Pandy.
I'm Arctic.
And I'm Poppet.
And we'll see you guys all in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Bye.